So Cheryl and I wrote this together. And some folks have asked us, how did that work? It actually worked quite well. We didn't write over each other's shoulders, but it turns out we actually have a very similar writing style. And we would just trade drafts back and forth to the point where even we don't know who wrote what anymore, what line, what passage, much less what chapter. So it was actually a really, really wonderful collaboration. So Cheryl's going to come up and read a bit more from the heart of the book, in this case about the new fish market up in Hunts Point. So Cheryl Sharman.
So I'm hoping that some of you here are also Joseph Mitchell fans. This is the centennial of his birth, and I moved to New York to be a writer. And I like to say, in the tradition of Joseph Mitchell, he died before I got here. So this is the centennial of his birth. It's also the third anniversary of the move uptown for the fish market. So last weekend and this coming weekend, there are several events where they're commemorating both his birth and his work and his life and the sort of lamentation of the move uptown of the market. So this is our version of that lamentation, because we were only able to see the new market after midnight for the purposes of this book. It's going to get in your clothes, the parking attendant says with a smirk. It's bitter cold on the last night of February, but you can still smell the fish as soon as you drive into the parking lot of the Fulton Fish Market in its new home in the South Bronx. The market has recently moved to Hunts Point, a desolate industrial promontory that juts out into Flushing Bay, across the water from Rikers Island Jail. The parking attendant's tone is friendly, playful even, but he's not joking. One trip to the fish market, and you'll want to burn your clothes. Inside the 400,000 square foot market, the smell is stronger, the lights are blindingly bright. Men speed by on forklifts at a dizzying pace, and massive amounts of fish sit on ice in wax-coated cartons. Vendor stands and floor drains run the length of the cavernous space. At the stands, salesmen with fierce hooks on their shoulders open cartons, weigh fish, set out wooden baskets full of crabs, and generally prepare for the day. Though officially forbidden, not a few of them go about their work with a cigarette dangling from their near-purple lips. Their clothes, which they keep in lockers at the market, haven't seen a washer in a few days. The smell would seep into any change of clothes, and many a salesman has pieces of fish and blood on the shoulder where he hangs his hook. As in the original market, everyone knows one another, and strangers stand out. The frenetic pace of the forklifts and swinging hooks seem choreographed, practiced, but deadly to those unaccustomed to the dance. For all the latent danger, it's a jocular place, friendly, where eye contact, smiles, and jokes are as routine as the smell. It's 12:20 a.m. The market has been open for 20 minutes. A forklift driver named Jose says in Spanish, things might calm down around 2 a.m., but that only reveals that he's new here. Things won't calm down because it's a Wednesday, and in fish market parlance, that means it's Thursday, one of their busiest mornings. Thursday mornings were the busy morning at the old market too, but even the familiar commotion, the smell, the lights, the flying forklifts, the cartons of fish, these cannot make the new space feel like the old one to those who knew it well. Every now and then, wrote Joseph Mitchell, seeking to rid my mind of thoughts of death and doom, I get up early and go down to Fulton Fish Market. At the eastern end of the market, near the loading dock and the garage where forklifts park in neat rows to be recharged, a gigantic grouper draws the attention of everyone who passes by. It has a 2-inch thick rope through its lip. How much do you think it weighs? Asks a burly white salesman. A smaller Asian man replies, 300 pounds? That's what I thought, says the salesman. 185. Of course, he's missing his guts, he adds, laughing. He tosses his hook back onto his blood-stained left shoulder, nods again at the grouper. He laughs again and says, Atkins diet, no carbs.
keep